everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs, and I have a Valentine treat for you. Christmas is just done and I'm already thinking about Valentine's Day, but I know you guys need a plan, and so I've been trying to come up with some cute things for you. This Valentine treat is what we are making at my January stamp club. I'm really excited about it. I know you've seen these kind of candies at the store. They're about, I think they're like about $1 and they're really good. I didn't buy the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ones because it's dangerous and I'm trying to get off of sugar right now after Christmas, and I would have totally eaten it. So I got two that I can resist a little bit easier. But these make a nice little treat for anybody, teachers, neighbors, church, anything. So it slides, I like this one, the gold one, because it matches the bow clip, the Twix, and I got that one at Target, so it slides right in there. All right, so let me talk to you a minute about the products I'm using. Stamp set is our Stampin' Up! Valentine's stamp set this year in the Occasions catalog. It's called Bloomin' Love, and it does have a thinlet that coordinates with it and that cuts out these little flowers right here. But I'm not using that thinlet this time. I am using the coordinating designer series paper. It's really cute. There's 12 different double-sided patterns, and it is 6 by 6. So what you're going to do in a minute, I wanted to show you, I am making a bunch of these, and so I cut the 6 by 6 paper down to 2 by 6, and look how many it made. You can use any pattern from this stack because the colors that we're using, they all coordinate. This is rose red, and I don't use rose red very much, so it's kind of fun to pull out a color that I don't always use. Rose red and blushing bride. All right, the thing I like about the blushing bride is because it has that glimmer paper in there. It's beautiful. All right, so we're going to start with rose red cardstock, and we're going to use this large circle framelit. This is the largest circle. It's scalloped. All the other ones are just regular circles, and I don't use this very much, so I like the fact that I'm getting some use out of it. It's pretty big, so I've had trouble working with it, but the fact that it's big allowed me to make a holder out of it. So I really, really like this one. So this comes with your circle framelits, and I cut out a rose red, and we're gonna get our Simply Scored or your scoring cut. I can't think of what it's called. Your Stampin' Trimmer. It has a score blade also. Now, because these are scallopy and a circle, you know, doesn't have any flat spots, we have to be really careful when we put this on here. I tried, when I did all of mine, let me show you what I've done so far so you can see how they look all with these different patterns. When I did mine, when I was scoring those, I always made sure that I had 2 scallops towards the top, and you want to make sure it's pushed in flat. Okay, this is going to help you get these straight lines. Now we're going to score it over here at 3.5 and at 4. Now I always do my right side because it's easier. Now hold it in place, and you're going to come over here. See how it's kind of awkward? Now if you're left-handed, this will probably be good for you. You're going to score it at 1 1/4 and 3/4. Now when you pull your stylus down, it's going to catch a little bit because this is not like a smooth edge. So just very slowly stay in that groove and get over on your paper and go down that score line. Okay? Now don't worry, these score lines will all be on my blog. There's a link. If you're on YouTube, hop back over to my blog and check them out. All right, so we're going to turn this 45 degrees, and we want to put those scallops there at the top, and I really am trying to eyeball to make sure my lines are straight because, you know, I mean, even if we did it like that, the circle fits, but our lines aren't right. So really eyeball it, make sure your horizontal lines are straight. And then we're going to score again at 3.5 and 4. Go gentle because you don't want to tear those edges. Okay, so now we're going to cut out this corner right here. All right, so use your paper snips and cut that out. Now I have a little bit of an edge there. This is going to be mostly covered up, so don't worry too much about your cutting. I know many of us are worried about our straight lines. Okay, so that's it. That's how it looks. You need to make sure you burnish all your score lines, your fold lines really well before you start putting adhesive. Now you can fold it up 2 ways. You could do it with this in the front, and if you aren't going to put DSP on it, that might be a cute way to do it. But we're going to put DSP on it, and let me show you why I've decided to put mine on the inside. I don't like, why I'm putting mine on the front. If I put it on the inside, I don't like this edge right here. I don't know if you guys can see. See how this looks right here? I don't like that. I want it to be one solid line across. So that's why I am putting it in the front, okay? I mean, it would be fine either way, because that does show more scallop that way. So you can decide how you want it. But because I am going to cover up most of that scallop, I'm going to put it on the outside. So I've put fast fuse here on the inside, and I'm going to fold this up and push that down on top. Okay, so right there. Now this one I'm going to tuck inside and just kind of put some pressure on it. Fold in those lines, and there you have it. That is your basic construction. Now you could do ribbon, you could do a different paper, you could do all kinds of things, but that's the basic construction. We've created a 1/2 inch thick holder that holds this little guy perfectly. All right, so now we're going to take the DSP. Remember, this is 2 by 6, and I scored it at 3/4. No, let me tell you the right ones. 1 7/8. Okay, starting over. Ready? You score it at 1 3/8, 1 7/8, 4 1/8, and 4 5/8. These will be on my blog. Hop back over. Make sure you write those down. And I'm going to burnish those lines, get them nice and crisp. And now I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive down here on the bottom, because I don't want to put it in the middle because there's nothing for it to grab onto. And I'm going to line it up, showing a little bit of the bottom, right? Now I'm going to put some adhesive on this side. I'm going to wrap it around. Now I will say that because this is a circle that we've scored, not all of mine were perfect, but close enough is good, right? It is not going to be perfect because your circle is going to be turned a tiny bit. You can't tell, so it might be a little crooked, but you know what? It's all about the candy. So don't worry if yours are not totally perfect. That one looks pretty good. All right, so now let's make the little tag. I'm using this beautiful stamp from the Bloomin' Love stamp set and Blushing Bride. And this is just going to kind of create a background. My Blushing Bride ink is not real juicy right now, so it makes the image real light. If your Blushing Bride pad is really juicy, you might want to stamp off on another piece of paper and then stamp so that you will get that really light look. And then My Valentine, and I am using Memento. Your archival black ink will work perfectly with that too. It was just the first one I grabbed. Now, 2 1/2 inch circle. Now notice the heart does not completely fit, but that's okay. It's just kind of a, you know, it fades into the background, kind of muted. All right, so now we're gonna use a dimensional. I know, big surprise. Let's see, where are my dimensionals? Big surprise, I know. Lots of dimensionals. I don't think I make anything without a dimensional. All right, let's put our candy in there and see how it looks. All right, now you could do a bow, but I really love these new bow clips that are in our Occasions catalog, so I had to use one. So I'm gonna stick that, I'm gonna put that part in the back so you can see the whole bow. And there you go, there you have it. All right, I hope you guys like this. This is a project that could be adapted for any season, any kind of little candies that would fit in here. Let me know if you have questions, and make sure you hop over to my blog to get the supply list and the measurements. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.